who are firefighters and who are families of firefighters are used to, and that the characteristics that you display every day of flexibility and understanding. And so thank you to everyone for that. You know, I have the highest respect for everyone who serves as a firefighter. My grandfather proudly served as a member of the New York City Fire Department. And hearing about the stories growing up that he and his colleagues, and the situations that they had to bravely charge into to keep other people safe. From the earliest days of my childhood, I have seen being a firefighter as one of the most noble callings and professions. Then later in life, as a professional, I saw what every hardworking man and woman who's a firefighter does on a daily basis, far too up close and personal. In 2015, I was one of the developers of the Whiskey Row project, just a few blocks east of here. And that building, historic building, unfortunately went up in flames one afternoon. And as I stood across the street from that fire with the men and women who were working that night, putting out the blaze through the night and into the next day, I got a chance to meet some folks on LFD for the first time and got to see up close what a difficult and challenging job it is, but also what an important and rewarding a job it is. Not just to keep structures safe, but more importantly, to keep people safe. And so I am eternally grateful to everyone in Louisville, to every one of the other firefighters around our county and around our country for everything that you all do every day, and to your family and friends who support you all. So thanks to everyone who is a member of the Louisville Fire Department. And it is an honorable department to be a part of. As many of you all know, this is the third oldest fully paid fire department in our entire country. Louisville Fire has more than 500 highly trained men and women who respond to nearly 50,000 incidents a year. That includes structure fires along with a variety of calls for assistance, including medical emergencies. The department has specialized teams for hazardous materials, water rescues, high angle, trench, confined spaces, and building collapse rescues. And Louisville Fire has twice earned prestigious recognition from the Commission on Fire Accreditation International, a tremendous honor that most fire departments never even earn once. So it is an honor for me to serve alongside each of you, and I'm so excited about the new leadership team that is being inaugurated today, and I'm so excited about the new direction for our fire department and our city. Let me say a little bit about our new chief, Brian O'Neill. Brian has been with Louisville Fire since 2001. He knows what it takes to be an effective firefighter and an effective leader. And he brings a variety of well-rounded experiences and perspectives to the role. While serving as a Louisville firefighter, Chief O'Neill earned a bachelor's degree in history from the University of Louisville, and of course, graduated cum laude. He's also the president, although this might have already changed, Brian, but was or is or soon to be the former, the president of Professional Firefighters Local 54, where I first met him. And he spent 8 years in the United States Marine Corps. Chief, thank you so much for your service to our city and our country. But beyond Chief O'Neill's professional and academic accomplishments, I have gotten to know Brian over the past few years. A dedicated father, husband, and colleague. And what I've seen firsthand is that Brian cares far more about other individuals than he cares about himself. Whether it was in his role as president of the local firefighters union advocating for new safety gear for his colleagues, or whether he proudly talks about serving as a coach for his daughter's cross-country team. Brian is always thinking about what he can do to make others' lives better. And speaking of running, one of the most amazing things to me about Brian is his fondness for these crazy ultramarathons. In fact, this just gives you a little glimpse into Brian. It was just last week that we were talking about running. We're running in a race together next week in Iroquois Park, which my sons and I are really looking forward to. And Brian made this crazy observation that running in a half marathon in Death Valley might be easier than running in the race we're running in next week in the heat of Louisville, August. And that just shows not just what I was previously talking about, but also his grit and determination, whether it comes to his ultra marathons or serving as a member of the Louisville Fire Department. So I'm so excited, Chief O'Neill, about this promotion for you, what it means for the fire department and our entire city. And I'm honored to work alongside you and all of your colleagues in this next chapter of our careers. Yet Chief O'Neill is not the only firefighter being honored this morning. He'll speak in more detail about some of the other members of his team who are being promoted. But I do want to quickly talk about two others, and particularly the special pride that I feel about the promotion of Colonel Kate Clemmer. With her oath of office today, she will become the Executive Assistant Chief and the highest ranking female in the history of Louisville Fire Department. This historic moment comes at a time when we were also very actively recruiting new firefighters. We hope that more young women will see that there is an outstanding career in public service open to them and open to everyone at Louisville Fire Department. You get to save lives, serve your hometown, and work with absolutely amazing people, many of whom are with us here today. And finally, Lieutenant Colonel Bobby Cooper. Where's Bobby? There you are, Bobby. I didn't see you behind David for a second. I've gotten to know Bobby over the past several years as well. And to see his energy, enthusiasm, and commitment to this department and this city is absolutely amazing. Bobby has had one of the toughest jobs in all of the Louisville Fire Department, not just ensuring that the fires are safely fought, but also responding to all of the questions that come in and ensuring that people are kept, that their concerns are allayed during these dangerous situations that all of the men and women in LFD are dealing with. And to see him on the scene of a fire as recently as a couple of months ago in the Smoketown neighborhood, in full gear, working alongside his colleagues, while also managing members of the media, neighbors that are shouting questions and asking, is just incredible to see. And so Bobby, I'm so excited for you and your family and excited to continue working alongside as you as well. So let me ask all three of you, Chief O'Neill, Colonel Clemmer, and Lieutenant Colonel Bobby Cooper, to come onto the stage for your new oath of office. Thank you for your leadership and dedication to the department and the people of Louisville. You have honored our city with your service, and I will now administer the oath of office as you assume new leadership roles within Louisville Fire. If you all want to please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and each of you can state your name, we'll go down the line.
Brian O'Neill.
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States. Oh, you guys are going to repeat after me. Okay. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution and statutes of this Commonwealth.
And the Constitution and statutes of this Commonwealth.
And acts of the General Assembly of Kentucky.
And acts of the General Assembly of Kentucky.
Relating to cities of the first class.
Relating to cities of the first class.
And cities of all classes.
And cities of all classes.
And ordinances of the City of Louisville.
And ordinances of the City of Louisville.
And be faithful and true.
And be faithful and true.
To the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
To the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
So long as I continue a citizen thereof.
So long as I continue a citizen thereof.
And that I will well and faithfully.
And I will well and faithfully.
Execute to the best of my ability.
Execute to the best of my ability.
And discharge the duties of the office.
And discharge the duties of the office.
According to law and ordinances.
According to law and ordinances.
And I do further solemnly swear.
And I do further solemnly swear.
That since the adoption of the present Constitution.
That since the adoption of the present Constitution.
I, being a citizen of this state,
I, being a citizen of this state,
have not fought a duel with deadly weapons
have not fought a duel with deadly weapons
within this state nor out of it,
within this state nor out of it,
nor have I sent or accepted a challenge
nor have I sent or accepted a challenge
to fight a duel
to fight a duel
with deadly weapons,
with deadly weapons,
nor have I acted as a second in carrying a challenge,
nor have I acted as a second in carrying a challenge,
nor aided and assisted any person thus offending.
nor aided or assisted any person thus offending.
And I do further solemnly swear
And I do further solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications
that I possess the qualifications
prescribed by law,
prescribed by law,
and that I am not subject to any disabilities
and that I am not subject to any disabilities
which render me ineligible
which render me ineligible
to hold office to which I have been appointed.
to hold office to which I have been appointed.
So help me God.
So that I give my word.
Congratulations.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for everybody being here. It means the world to me, especially to have this honor from Deputy Mayor James and all the rest of the Deputy Mayor's staff that Mayor Greenberg has. I really appreciate it. We are so fortunate to have someone like Mayor Greenberg leading this city. Thank you, Chief, for coming out and supporting us. I will save the cop jokes for later. For right now, nothing but love and support. So today being August 1st is oftentimes the traditional retirement time. And you'll hear a lot of people in the department talking about there's so many years of experience that we've lost that have gone out the door today. And I tell you, to the members of the fire department, if you think like that, if you feel like that, then you have failed to listen and learn from all of those that have gone before. Because the spirit of all of those firefighters that are retiring, that breathes in every apparatus and in every firehouse. And it should be carried right here in every firefighter. Remember those lessons that they gave us, and it's up to us now to take them forward. Sergeants. Sergeants Reeder, and is it Bailey? No, Sergeant Williams. Sergeants, you run the firehouse. Take that seriously. You now have a tremendous responsibility to look out for the apparatus, to look out for the house, and make sure that everything is ready and taken care of, and to lead your firefighters. Captains, our new captains, where are you? Ty, yeah, Toby. You lead. You have the ultimate responsibility, but yours is a position of leadership. What you guys need to understand, and that the rest of my staff, there are no finish lines. Yes, we've achieved something, but what we've achieved is a responsibility to work harder, and a responsibility to set the example for everyone else in this department, for our subordinates and for our coworkers. It's tremendous that we mark this day, that we have my friend, my colleague, Kate Clemmer, that is now going to be the highest ranking firefighter in the history of the fire department. And it's sad that we should have to mention that. It's sad that it should have to even be that way. We go back to the words of the notorious RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, when she spoke about female representation, and she said it shouldn't matter that I'm a female on the Supreme Court. And a journalist had asked her, said, well, when will you be happy with how many women on the court? She said, 9. And they kind of looked at her shocked, and she said, it wasn't a problem when it was 9 men. Why should it be different when it's 9 women? So thank you for stepping up, and thank you for being a leader like that. So I will leave you with this. Think about the mark that you leave. When we think about the folks that have left us today that are retiring, take that with you, carry that forward, be that example for everyone else that is down this department. I thank you for this honor. I thank you so much for everybody that came here. Especially, I have to take a moment to say special thanks to my friends, my brothers that I served with in the Marine Corps back in the 90s that came all the way out here to support me. I appreciate that. Special thanks to my brother, who's out of the city attorney's office. There's He and I learned how to argue and fight at an early age, and has been a great example to me, the best big brother I could ask for, but especially to my mother. The mother that taught my brother and I about empathy. My mother was a social worker, and I've always carried that with me, understanding and looking at how other people think, how other people feel, and so that, yes, that you do think about others before you think about yourself. So I love you, Mom. Thank you. And thank you to each and every one of you. Let's get to work and carry forward this great tradition of this fire department. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Chief.
All right, so sergeants and captains being promoted, please come on up. Sergeant Troy Williams, Captain Ty Cheatham, Captain Toby, Sergeant Devitt, and Sergeant Reed.
All right, congratulations to each one of you, and we will, I think as I got halfway through this, I realized we don't have to do the repetition part. So we'll do this a little bit differently. We will do it at the beginning, and then each one of you want to state your name. I'll read it, and then you all will affirm at the end for the entire oath, if that's all right with you. So please raise your right hand. I, please state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and statutes of this Commonwealth, and acts of the General Assembly of Kentucky relating to cities of the first class and cities of all classes, and ordinances of the city of Louisville, and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky, so long as I continue a citizen thereof, and that I will well and faithfully execute to the best of my ability and discharge the duties of the office according to law and ordinances. And I do further solemnly swear that since the adoption of the present Constitution, I, being a citizen of this state, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within this state nor out of it, nor have I sent or accepted a challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, nor have I acted as second in carrying the challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending. And I do further solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law, and that I am not subject to any disabilities which render me ineligible to hold office to which I have been appointed. Do you affirm this oath today? I do. Congratulations. On behalf of Chief O'Neill, myself, and the entire Louisville Fire Department, and the entire Louisville City, again, congratulations to everyone who has been promoted. We thank you all so much for your service. We are so excited to work together as we move forward with the fire department in the next chapter, as well as with our city. Thank you for everything you do, not just today, but every day. Thank you all very much, and have a wonderful day.
If you do nothing else,
If you do nothing else.
Do nothing else.
If you do nothing else.
If you do nothing